I have two people to interview, and I'm just going to say your first names. Kadhim and Nitesh, right? Is that right? Kadhim, welcome.
Thank you.
Kadhim and Nitesh are from Topsoe. Kadhim Kadhim and Nitesh, I'm going to get it, Bansal. Nailed it. Anyway, thank you for joining us, and I appreciate the fact that you're both here. First, give me a little bit of a background of your industry, how you got where you are. You're both young people, and you got into this industry for some reason. Tell me a little bit about your background, education, and then career.
Well, I'm a chemical engineer, master's in chemical engineering, process technology. I graduated around 2012.
From what university?
From the Technical University of Denmark.
Okay.
And I actually also finished my master's in Rensselaer Polytechnic Institute in upstate New York, and in Troy. So, and as soon as I finished there, actually, my first job was at Topsoe.
Okay.
Where I started as a technical service engineer, doing servicing our clients, installing catalyst, and doing some troubleshooting.
Yeah.
And then I was product manager for around 4 years for our low shift water gas shift catalyst.
Okay.
And joined technology licensing, where I was licensing manager for ammonia, methanol, and hydrogen technology, and recently appointed as product line director for our hydrogen and syngas business, which is my current role.
Wow, excellent, good. And you Nitesh, how did you get involved with it?
So, I'm also a chemical engineer.
I'm a mechanical engineer. I feel surrounded by chemical. You guys were the guys that we just looked at and waved about.
Correct.
We hung out with the electrical engineers. But anyway.
So, I did my graduation in chemical engineer from Harcourt Butler Technological Institute in India. And then later, after a few years, actually, I did my MBA in oil and gas from India. Before joining Topsoe, I worked for a few years in EPC company in India, and then in 2008 I joined Topsoe as a process design engineer. And my main role was to design the hydrogen and ammonia plants. So I worked as a process engineer to design the plants. And also, I started few plants, hydrogen and ammonia, to get that hands-on experience of operation. Then I moved to a people management role called group manager, and where I was managing the engineers who are doing the process design of the hydrogen and ammonia plants. And then later on, I moved to a role which is called proposal manager. So this role in Topsoe is that we are responsible to provide the techno-economic solution towards certain technologies. Okay. And then today, in today's time, I'm the proposal segment manager for hydrogen and syngas, meaning I'm looking after all the opportunities which are generated within hydrogen and syngas area globally, and try to provide the best techno-economic solutions to our clients or the prospective clients.
Wow, you've had quite growth careers, both of you, and now you're here at the World Hydrogen North America in Houston. Okay, so about 6 months ago, I wrote an article, and I don't know why they invited me, because I wrote an article that got published in a number of places, and the article's title was Hydrogen, Hype or Hope, right? Is it a hype or hope? One of the things that I love about Topsoe is not waiting for government funding to be successful. You've been around a long time. You've been in the industry a long time. So you're a commercial success. Now that you see the hydrogen economy, as everybody talks about, and you're not a newbie in here, what does it mean to you about the hype or hope question? What do you see as the hope for hydrogen as it relates to Topsoe?
Well, when it relates to Topsoe, I mean, Topsoe, we've been, you can say, in the hydrogen business for decades.
Yes.
And we have spent a lot of efforts on research and development in that field.
Isn't it fun to see that a lot of people are joining you now? Okay, you've been here a long time.
Definitely, and what we see, you can say, so from our perspective, we see hydrogen definitely as a great hope, and also hope based on some solid foundation.
Okay.
So from where we come, and we've been working with this technology for many years, and also focusing on decarbonizing these, you can say, hydrogen assets, and whether it's new or revamp of existing assets.
So the interesting thing when you see it, what we're trying to do, the war in Europe and the Ukraine and the IRA here, really, and the whole decarbonization, decentralization, digitalization of power, right, is now pushing this to come up with solutions. So that's just what you described. You've been practically putting into place the how-tos, right? And you must have traveled a lot when you design and go to a plant. Talk a little bit about the practical of where the world is right now, where Topsoe is right now in the world, and why that growth is going to be important. Because if we can't commercialize it, it's hype, right? It has to be commercial, and that's kind of where you're working to make sure that it works.
You're right. And I would like to start with the fact that in the world now, 1 out of 3 molecules of hydrogen are produced using Topsoe technology.
33%?
Exactly.
I did the math real quick.
Yes.
Engineering background, right?
Right.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah, so that means, as you can see, we are not new. We have been with hydrogen technology for many decades, right?
Yeah.
And then on top of it, we have the SynCore technology, which is the advanced ATR technology, which is the best fit into the mega scale blue hydrogen plants. And let me tell you why. Because
I didn't think you weren't going to tell me why. I had to ask why.
yeah, because that's an obvious question. Anybody can come and say, why you say this? So the first thing is that this advanced ATR technology, which is the SynCore technology, that operate at very low steam to carbon ratio. And due to the low steam to carbon ratio, we have very low fuel consumption to get to the point of generation of the required hydrogen. Due to the low fuel consumption, actually the flue gas generation is very low. That means using the SynCore technology, we can capture a very high degree of carbon dioxide solely from the process side, which is the most economical way. And with our recent projects, the studies we have done, we have captured more than 99% carbon within the hydrogen plant from the process side itself, which is a very a very great achievement in order to reduce the carbon intensity to a very low level. So that is one reason. The second reason is that we have demonstrated the SynCore technology for very big capacity plants, not in hydrogen space, but to generate the syngas, which is used to produce the different downstream products, for example, gas to liquid or tie gas. So the SynCore technology is available already into the market for many years, and that which can produce the syngas at a very high capacity, right? So these things make us unique, and so you can say we are already ready for this blue hydrogen market with the solution. And irrespective of whether it is IRA is there or not, but our company is focused on decarbonization. We have given that commitment to the society that we contribute a lot towards the decarbonization. So we have the solution available already now, and we have already some projects running within this blue space, whether it is blue hydrogen or blue ammonia. Of course, these projects are on the different stages. Some are in basic engineering phase, some FIDs, but we are very sure that we'll have these blue technology projects running in few years' time, very soon, and then we can demonstrate to the world that we are ready, we are giving our contribution towards the decarbonization.
So, I like it when he geeks out, right? You just geeked out is what we call it. You get into your chemical things. I'm going to come to you. Everything that you're talking about and everything that I read about Topsoe is, I think the word collaboration is important. Nobody's going to have one solution, right? everybody's going to have a part of a solution. I take it your company was formed, and one of the ideological, if you will, philosophies of how the company's run is the collaboration with other industries. I know you do something with one of our other guests, Joel Moser, First Energy. You're doing some things with him. But talk a little bit about the culture of collaboration that you work with and that you see that you need in this hydrogen economy to come to scale.
I mean, how can I say? Allow me to go backwards to what you said, like with the hope versus hype. In order to realize that hope and actually achieve that, we need to collaborate all together. We cannot just, be one. It's not like, how can I say, one company that does it all, right? We need to collaborate. We need to do it together, and this is, you can say, within our spirit that we have a lot of, how can I say, good collaboration partners. Whether it's you can say EPC partners or whether it's customers.
Right.
And let's think about how we all can work together to decarbonize.
Right.
I mean, how can I say, with each other, right? So we have, and let me go back to this thing with if you allow me to go back to this hope versus hype.
Sure.
So as we mentioned, we are the world leading licensor when it comes to hydrogen. And you can say this is technology have been existing for many years, and what we're doing is we're taking a proven solution and using that to decarbonize at mega scale, because that's proven. We have done it for many years. And we can see that the hydrogen demand is increasing 7-fold up to 2050. So one thing is, we work with our collaboration partners now for the proven technologies to decarbonize at mega scale. That's one path. Right. Then we're working on the green path, because we can see in the future we need to go completely renewable, and that's where we have our SOC technology, and we're investing in a factory in Denmark, and we want to invest as well here in the US. And there we have also our collaboration partners where we work together, because it's a value chain that you can say in each part of the value chain have to play their role in order to do that all together, basically.
You ought to be a great both of you are great spokespeople for the hydrogen economy. Anything to add to the collaboration principle?
No, I completely agree with what Adam said. On top of it, I can, because being a chemical engineer, more technical, I would like to talk a little bit more on detail level. So for this blue technology, whether it is blue hydrogen or blue ammonia, there's a hydrogen technology which is like Syncor, and then there is a carbon capture technology. Topsoe don't have the carbon capture technology in the portfolio. However, we have the collaboration partners available from the market who are available to provide their technology to us to make a big blue integrated solution, and we integrate in such a way that this is the overall one solution of blue hydrogen or blue ammonia, and then the integration has reached to such a way that the carbon capture is really high at a very highly economic value. That is the important. Although from carbon capture technology side, we are technology agnostic, means we don't have only one partner. We have certain collaborators or the partners available, and then based on the requirement from the client and based on the situation per se, we pick and choose one of them which fits best for that particular solution. So every time we customize the solution in order to reach to the best value for the customer.
Okay, excellent. There was a Topsoe, right?
Sorry?
Wasn't there a Topsoe at Topsoe?
Yeah.
So the company was founded, as I understand it. Your company actually invented the first catalytic converter for automobiles. So I'd say that to say you've been around solving major problems for many, many years, and now you're in place to solve major problems for the future. But thank you so much, Adam. Thank you, Nitesh. It's been brilliant. Great answers. Great job.